about construction that said they're now using the MIG flux core wire and doing a lot of the multi-story buildings because it's quicker than just grabbing a stick welding rod, or you're getting some and they're damaged. You can just hit the trigger and go. And they was like, they used enough wire on one of the new constructions in Vegas. They said it probably went from New York all the way to California. That's how much wire they use on this construction in Las Vegas. So you see that the technology and the economic money that you save dealing with the wire, it just, you know, it's just a no-brainer. If you was trying to TIG weld that process, man, that had been out there forever. So it, you know, due to the fact that they was trying to work fast, smart, not hard, but also get sufficient welds, they went with the MIG wire, flux core wire. So you see how now economically it's going that direction. A lot of shops, furniture companies, manufacturing companies, they're using some type of wire, flux core wire, regular wire. You know, they got different type of alloy wire, depends on what they're working on. If it's some bridge and they're doing some heavy steel, but a lot of the door shield factory shop, they're using MIG welding process, and it's an easier process to get into. And I can say this about the MIG welding process also. The MIG welding process can be all the way around, meaning year-round clockwork. You can be able to dive into a shop and start MIG welding all the way around, and you inside of the elements. You know what I mean? You inside from the elements outside. So that means you can work around the clock. You know what I mean? You can do it unless it's a mean storm out. You can pretty much go to work. So when you're doing TIG welding, that's the same thing as well. Now, let me say that a lot of TIG shops are inside because you got to have curtains, gas, and that's what makes TIG and fine tuning. Now there's a lot of places that specialize in stainless TIGging. A lot of companies also are doing spool gun and MIG welding on the stainless as well. Depends on what it is. Depends on what type of food grade it is or what type of equipment. But the MIG welding and the TIG welding process isn't going anywhere. And actually, to be honest with you, I think it's being more of a demand now because you got HVAC. HVAC is doing some TIGging, they're doing some brazing and doing some soldering. But you know, in different trades, you can see how the welding plays a part in them. So if you're thinking about being a MIG welder, don't get discouraged if someone calls you a wire monkey. I taught a guy that got fresh out of prison out of Dumas, Arkansas. He got out of prison. I taught him privately. He took a private class of mine that was 2 weeks, and he was able to take that MIG welding course for 2 weeks and get a job that started him $20 an hour.